Welcome back to my virtual book club. As a reminder, we're talking about The One Thing by Gary Keller and Papasan. And the chapter for today is Success Habit. And I thought talking about habits was such a great idea for this because we're just starting the safer at home hunker down protocol here in Wisconsin for COVID-19. And habits, whether they're good or bad, are really hard to break and really hard to make. And so those habits that we have can kind of help have some semblance of normalcy and routine for this. But because of our routine being so thrown up the air, it might be a good time to actually start a new habit. So one of the things that they talk about this chapter was the concept of a foundational habit. And I really like that phrase and that idea of how you have this baseline habit that you use throughout your life to help you figure out what else to be built on. And their suggestion was to use, of course, their focusing question, which is, what is the one thing that you could do today that will make everything else easier? And so they recommend getting yourself into the habit of asking that, and even giving adaptations to it depending on your purpose. So what is the one thing this week that you can do to hit your goals? Or what is the one thing this week that you can do to help people? Or whatever it is that you have said is important in your life, what is the one thing you can do to get closer to that? And they're saying it can be really easy to obsess, right? Of course, because you could, or overwhelm. But if you kind of start with the big stuff and see, okay, what's the one thing that I can do with this, and not worry about all of the kind of steps throughout and go the rabbit hole, just the one thing, what's the next one thing I can do, and see where it takes you and see where it goes. And soon you'll be able to not see it so overwhelmed. I mean, one of my favorite lines is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So what's the next one bite you can take? And so I really like that idea. And they also kind of came up with 4 steps to build this habit of using a foundational question, whether it's their one thing or your own. That is understand, believe, use, and remind. So part of that is, understand, why are you doing this? Why is this question important? Why is this habit being built? Believe that it can be, and then actually do it. Which part of doing it is reminding yourself, until the one thing is done, everything else is a distraction, right? So what's the one thing I can do to make it all easier? Have I done it yet? No, then why am I focusing on this other stuff? And I think that right now that's probably a really important question, because it's so easy to get distracted when working from home, especially when you're trying all new things, because a lot of people aren't used to having remote work. And so I thought trying to build this foundational habit of focusing questions and realizing when things are distractions could be really useful right now. Hopefully everybody is doing well, hunkering down and working from home, and I can't wait to see you on video. See you.